Hey, welcome to Viking Preparedness. I am Pastor Joe Fox. So most of you know I served in the military, active duty Army, for a little over 20 years. And in that time, I was an infantryman, I was a special forces soldier, and I worked in national level intelligence. Worked overseas, worked in the States, worked with a whole bunch of very interesting people, learned a lot of things, spent almost half of my career in various schools and courses, and it was a great time. It's a great experience. Helped mold me into the man I am today. And I get asked every now and then and I used to help people, my kids, my three kids, when they were going through high school, junior, senior year, each one of them would have friends who wanted to go into the military. They'd come talk to me. And I'd give them advice on how to do things, and there were some that wanted to go special ops, and I would give them advice on how to pursue that. And I used to tell a lot of them, it's a great career. You know, if you want to make it a career, it's a great career. Lately, the last little bit, I've been asked, should I go in the military? Heck no. I've been asked by one, I think he was a captain, young captain, should I stay in the military? I said, heck no. Honestly, without bravado, without, this is what I would do. I thought about this. I talked about it with my wife. If I was in the military during that last travesty they called an inauguration, I would have tendered my resignation 30 minutes later. I don't know what would have happened, but that's what I would have done. No matter what point in the pipeline I was, 1 year to go to retirement, I'd have tendered my resignation. You cannot work for an illegitimate commander-in-chief and government. You can't. What are you saying about your morality and your personal self-worth, and who are you willing to go bleed and die for? It's certainly not the country at this point. And so, yeah, I would resign. Now, they don't have to let you resign. In the enlisted side, they enlist and then re-enlist for a number of years at a time. You know, and I don't know what it is anymore, but, you know, boom, boom, boom. And so they basically sign up again for a number of years. I'm shooting a video, and so they're obligated to fulfill that, or you go to Leavenworth. But you can resign, and they can then take the decision, okay, yeah, we'll let you resign, you can go. Or they can say, no, too bad, you're here. Now, for officers, it's a little bit different. But again, typically, if you resign, they let you go because they don't want anyone in who doesn't want to be there. I wonder how many military personnel did that. I bet you not many. And the reason why is many. One, it's not the same military as when I was in. The people aren't the same, not all of them, and so on and so forth. So there's that. I just read in the Military Times, and I talked about here earlier, weeks ago, about the new Secretary of Defense. They're all illegitimate, all of them. It comes from the top and goes all the way down. None of them are worthy. None, not one. But he started this thing to search out extremism in the military. He's looking in the wrong place. And so they ordered a stand down. In the next 60 days or 90 days, every unit in the military will stop and spend at least a day talking about seeking out extremism in the military. And I've given you some stories where aspects of that raised its head when I was in the military. Well, I guess the latest thing, which is what I read in the Military Times, the U.S. Navy has decided that as part of their one-day stand-down for every unit in the Navy, they are going to have all their sailors, seamen, whatever they call them, and Navy, Department of the Navy personnel, civilian personnel, retake the oath to, swear to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. So I got thinking about that. Enemies, foreign and domestic? You mean like people who steal the election and are occupying positions that they don't belong to according to the Constitution? those people. But my mind went the other way. Honestly, I would refuse to do it. And I would let them know I was refusing to do it. I wouldn't stand in a crowd of 200 and just not raise my hand and not say it. I would say, sir, I am not going to retake this oath. Ooh, that would cause a stink. But here's the thing. One cannot compel another, not even a military person, to take an oath. I take this oath freely and without purpose of evasion. Yeah, no. You can't force a person to take an oath. And so you can't punish them for not taking an oath. You don't have to let them stay in your military. Being in the military is not a right. You don't have a right to serve in the military. So they can say, well, if you don't retake the oath there, young trooper, you can't stay in the Navy. Or if they decide to do it in the Air Force, other people, you can't stay. And I would say, okay. Because, see, that's a quick ticket out. That's a quick and easy ticket out. You don't have to do all the rigmarole and let them say, yes, no, maybe we'll accept your resignation. I would not take it. And if they asked me why, I would be very polite and I would be very judicious in the way I spoke about things, and I would couch it in terms of what I believe, and I would say, I do not believe that this is a legitimate commander-in-chief, and I can no longer in good conscience serve in a military which is underneath his command. They'd fast-track you out of there. You should be out of there. You have no purpose serving in the military under an illegitimate government, unless you yourself support that. You're not making things better. Get out. Get out while you can before they turn you on fellow Americans. The oath? No way. Not taking it. Not when this administration is where they are. All right. I'll see you out there.